Good morning, and welcome to the Universalist Church, in which love is the Spirit. We are so glad you are here, whether you're here in the sanctuary today, and thank you for being on time with the time change, or anywhere in the world on our live stream. I'm Steve Leibin, one of your representatives on the Board of Trustees. If you are a visitor today, welcome. We hope you'll sign one of our guest books at either entrance to the sanctuary or visit our webpage at www.westhartforduu.org to learn more about our community. There you can use the contact page to get onto our electronic mailing list, which is the best way for us to stay connected. We look forward to helping you become part of the Universalist Church community. We'll have fellowship through Zoom and fellowship in Fisk Hall directly behind us, all the way at the end of the halls, after worship. If you need help finding your way to Fisk Hall, any member of the church will be happy to guide you. Just look for someone wearing a Universalist Church name tag. Oops. You can find the link for Zoom fellowship in our weekly news or our Breeze calendar. If you aren't getting the weekly news, please do sign up for it on our website. And now, I invite you to take a moment, make your mobile phone silent for once, turn off your email, put away your keyboards, and settle in for worship.
Let us now light our chalices. If you have a home chalice, those of you watching from your couch or your kitchen or wherever you are, please light it as we light ours here in the sanctuary. We see lots of lights during this season of the year. Purple ones, orange ones, flashing ones on some trucks even, with pumpkins sitting on the hoods of their car. Yellow ones, green ones, white ones, lots and lots of lights. They are used to remind us of not only the fun of Halloween, but the grandeur of our ancestors, those who have walked among us and are present to us in many, many unique ways. May our lit chalice this day speak to us of the memories and the wisdom that each of our ancestors has shared and given to us to carry. Our opening hymn is hymn number 1001 in the turquoise hymnal, Breaths. Please rise in body or in spirit, wherever you are, and here in the sanctuary.
This is a hymn we don't sing very often, so we're going to teach it to you very quickly. It is a multiple page hymn, so we have to go to the end and turn the back a couple times. We see 3 systems down on the first page. There's that double line with dots in front of it. That's the chord repeat. That's where we go back to. That's the refrain. So if you get lost and know where we are, we're probably there. Here's what it sounds like. And before I will sing it for you in just a second.
join me now in speaking our words of affirmation, our covenant, as printed in your order of worship. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Please be seated.
Good morning. Before I begin our story, I wanted to make a quick announcement. So, as some of you may know, our Connections team and our K-5 team work very closely with Sanchez School, which is an elementary school in Hartford. And they have sent us an email asking for emergency food support. A large majority of their children receive SNAP benefits, which they are not receiving right now. So we have an emergency food need. So we are looking for grab-and-go breakfast items, no nuts, that are high protein. If you can supply those things, we would want to get that to them as soon as possible. We are working with Carla and the food ministry. We do have some things already in the building that we can send to them ASAP, but we want to try to get as much to them as possible. This is a very large need for their school, and this is the same school that we're doing the school supply drive for, so we will be kind of roping all of this in together as kind of one big thing. But we want to get food to them as fast as possible. So if you are able to donate anything, it is greatly appreciated, and we will have a box next to the school supplies drive in the main hallway for anybody who can bring in anything. And now, I would invite anybody who would like to join me up on the steps for a story to please come do that now. I think a lot of you are still full of candy. Same. Here, let's make sure we scooch back a little bit so everyone can see the book. Here, let's scooch that way a little bit so everyone can see the book. Here. Oh, hold on, we need to stay on our bottom so everyone can see. On our bottom so everyone can see. All right, on our bottom so everyone can see. All right. So, who can tell me what big holiday we just celebrated? Halloween. And what are some things that we do on Halloween? We get candy. What else do we do? We dress up. What else do we do? We go trick-or-treating. We carve pumpkins. We celebrate those who may have died. We scare people. We put up decorations. Now there's another holiday that happens right after Halloween. Some of you may have seen my book already. Oh, not quite. Who knows what holiday is happening right now? Day of the Dead. And who knows how to say it in Spanish? Me. Can you say Dia de los Muertos? Now, that is a holiday that is celebrated in Mexico and by people in America who are Mexican American. And we are going to learn about that holiday today, but let's make sure we're all on our bottoms so everyone can see. I'll show the pictures, I promise. It's Dia de los Muertos, the sun's coming round, as niños prepare in each pueblo and town. For today, we will honor our dearly departed with celebraciones. It's time to get started. What does celebraciones mean? Take a guess. Celebrate. Celebraciones. Celebrations. That was a good guess. At home, we've adorned our altares with care. They're heaped with recuerdos and good things to share. Recuerdos means memories.
Memories.
Sit down. Sit down. Sweet calaveras, so sugary white, they give toothy smiles, but never a fright. Calaveras means skulls. A black and white photo of Grandpa Padilla, who's riding on horseback, just like Pancho Villa. And toys for remembering small angelitos. A train and a dollhouse are both favoritos. Angelitos means little ones, little angels. Yes, that is a train. Sit down.
We have to
Sit down. Then off to the graveyard we head with ofrendas and colorful blankets to make meriendas. Ofrendas means offering, and meriendas is like a picnic. We carry incienso and velas to burn that will guide us spirits back for their yearly return. No, thank you, please sit down.
I might fall off.
And bursts of calendulas, fragrant and bright, the color of sunsets and gold candlelight. A path of petalos will help lead our guest to pillows and blankets for taking a rest.
What
Yeah,
person?
yeah. They're cleaning it, making it nice and pretty.
I can't do.
Above, we hang streamers of papel picado that wave in the breeze like a rainbow pintado. We giggle at paper-cut banners we like, esqueletos riding a horse cart or bike. Esqueletos means skeleton. We share in the foods that our guests love to eat, fresh fruit and tamales, a holiday treat. And clay pots of grandmother's fresh chicken stew with mugs of atole, a chocolatey brew. But everyone's favorite is sugary bread, called pan de muerto, with bones of the dead, that offers our travelers a much-needed snack from the weary viaje that brought them all back. Please sit down. Too much sugar. Then after our lunch comes the part we love most, putting on makeup to dress like a ghost. In veils and costumes we join the parade. Although we wear huesos, no one is afraid. Gilberto has scars and a special corona. Annabelle looks like the real La Llorona. Joaquin's snow-white barba sweeps down to the floor, while Luz looks like someone we've all seen before. Yeah, she's dressed like Frida Kahlo. I know you knew that one.
Hey, let me get in.
Please stop.
Mom.
No. And just as the marigold clouds end the day, dancers and musicos come out to play. They wear special shells that go clickety-clack to wake up espiritus, calling them back. That means spirits. Yeah. As candle flames glisten, our smiles are bright. Our ancestros know we are with them tonight. They return to their world without sadness or fear, knowing they'll stay in our hearts till next year. The end. So today, we're going to be talking about our ancestors. Ancestors are people from our family who lived long before we did. And we're going to talk about ways that we can honor them and remember them, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right, at this time, we are going to sing our children out to their classes. Careful. My feet fell asleep.
Our voluntary offering, the sharing of our resources for our shared work as a religious community, is a spiritual practice for us. It reminds us first that we alone are responsible for the strength and effectiveness of our faith, for our own sake and for the sake of others. And it reminds us also that we have chosen freely and willingly and gladly to come together here this day and every day. Between now and the middle of November, we're in our stewardship campaign, funding both our 2026 annual operating fund as well as our capital campaign. We're doing important, exciting, forward-looking things this fall. Over the next few weeks, we'll be hearing from members of our congregation about what it has meant to them and why they want to support these annual givings during this dual campaign. Laura Marks will offer us her testimony this day.
Good morning. So I joined the church, I think, in 1997 after I attended a youth Sunday service. I was newly married, and although I was brought up as a Unitarian, I had pretty much rejected any kind of organized religion as a young adult. However, my husband and I had purchased our house on Fern Street just a few years earlier, and the coincidence that this house just happened to be within walking distance of a UU church was not lost on me. So I decided to check it out, and I attended the church a few times without committing to it. The Universalist Church of West Hartford was nothing like the Montclair, New Jersey church I had grown up in during the 70s and the 80s. There was a feeling of organization and community to the West Hartford church that I hadn't experienced in the church of my youth. Maybe it was my maturity, maybe it was the times. For those of you that remember the late 70s, you can totally understand what I'm talking about. I found myself wanting to go back for more each time I attended, and I pondered what I had listened to from the pulpit for weeks. When I did finally join the church, it was the youth Sunday service that had sealed the deal. I wanted to raise kids like the ones I saw on the stage, the ones who were free thinkers, open to possibilities, supportive of one another, and genuinely curious about their purpose in the world. Over the years, I became more invested in the church as my family grew. I taught Sunday school for over 15 years with many different church members, sat on search committees for religious education leaders, led intergenerational classes for church members, and I currently serve on the Connections team, bridging our children to their community through meaningful service projects. These experiences have enriched my life in ways I couldn't have imagined. I have developed some of my deepest friendships through the church. All three of my children were engaged in religious education at this church from kindergarten through high school, some more enthusiastically than others, but I firmly believe that their experience in this church helped to shape the curious and open-minded young adults that they are today. Nothing warms my heart like hearing my 24-year-old son whisper to me on Christmas Eve, "Will we be able to make it in church in time for the candlelight service?" so he can reunite with his youth group friends. The church continues to be a source of support and inspiration for me as I age and navigate this difficult world. It's a place that I've come to call home, a place that I feel welcome and accepted, and a place that fills me with comfort when I walk into the sanctuary and I feel at peace.
We also have an update from our capital campaign stewardship team. David Principe will talk to you, and Carla will hold her visuals.
Good morning. believe we were supposed to come through the door, but I don't follow instructions very well, so Reverend Joy Christi will forgive us. So we're doing really well. This is exciting news. Who remembers what our annual operating budget goal is? Norma? $450,000, yes. So we are 59% of the way to that number. We were at $263,700. We've heard from about 35% of members in terms of getting there. I know it's a little hard to see, but we're over halfway. So this is really exciting news. Who remembers what our capital campaign goal is? Winston? 1.7 million, and we are at $1,077,400, which is about 63% of the way towards our goal. So just to put that in perspective, we've funded repairing and replacing the parking lot, and we've probably funded the HVAC project at this point. So we're really doing a great job. And again, we've heard from about 35% of households. The stewardship visits are ongoing, and so Carla and I were talking about that this morning. She said, 35%? I said, I'm not worried about that. It's a slow process for the stewards to reach out and connect with people and schedule times, and the stewards have the pledge cards, so for the most part, I think we're in great shape. Just as a reminder, we've got 28 volunteer stewards who are meeting with about 160 different households. So my hat is off again to our volunteer stewards. And those meetings have been going really well. A lot of people have just talked about meeting new people, making new connections. It's really been a nice source of fellowship, in addition to stewardship, but primarily fellowship. So again, we're doing really well. Thank you all who have participated in those meetings and made your pledges. If you haven't heard from a volunteer steward yet, please raise your hand, reach out to me or others, and we will make sure that someone gets in touch with you. And if you can't have a meeting, that's okay too. We can get a pledge card in your hands. So thank you all very much.
This month, our offering goes to the Hartford Deportation Defense, an immigrant organization in Hartford working in community to build a just and dignified future for our families and communities in the Hartford region. They partner with a variety of institutions, including Yale and UConn law schools, the Hartford Public Library, and area religious organizations as well. In addition to supporting individuals under threat of deportation and their families, they also advocate for good housing, quality public education, safety and peace for our communities, working for fair wages and universal health care. To give electronically, please use the QR codes on your order of service, the links in the description for today's worship, or those on our website to make your donation to this offering. Here in the sanctuary, our offering will now be gratefully received. bless your generosity, your love of the community here, and the love that we extend to our greater community. Thank you. Please join me now in reading our congregational reading, number 568 in the gray hymnal, Connections Are Made Slowly. I ask that you read the Roman type, and I will read the italics. Please rise if you are willing and able. Connections are made slowly. You cannot tell always by looking what is happening. Penetrate quietly as the earthworm that blows no trumpet. Spread like squash that overruns the garden. Weave real connections, create real nodes, build real houses. Keep tangling and interweaving and taking more in. A thicket and bramble wilderness to the outside, but to us, interconnected with rabbit runs and burrows and lairs. Reach out. Keep reaching out. Keep bringing in. For every gardener knows that after the digging, after the planting, after the long season of tending and growth, the harvest comes. Let us join in singing our doxology. As we continue to celebrate our community, let us also hold in our thoughts and prayers those who have asked for our continued support and compassionate care. Sadly, I share the death of Diane Carter. She lived in the community of Avery Heights for over 11 years, but was a member of this congregation before that, and died there on Friday, October 24th. Her son David shared these words as we prepared for her burial yesterday. David said, I do remember that Mom found great peace and purpose from her involvement with your church. Diane was buried at Riverside Cemetery in Windsor yesterday morning at 11 o'clock. Outside our immediate community, let us hold all the families that have been affected by Hurricane Melissa in the Caribbean. The winds, which topped 185 miles per hour, have caused incredible damage to all the island nations, and especially to their peoples. Please join me now in a moment of silence as you hold your specific desires, wishes in our silence together. In our week ahead, may our congregational spirit of love emanate from this sacred place to the greater world of which we are a part. Please join me now in singing Spirit of Life.
Our first reading today is from The Good Ancestor, a radical prescription for long-term thinking by Roman Krznaric. We are the inheritors of the gifts from the past. Consider the immense left by our ancestors, those who sowed the first seeds in Mesopotamia 10,000 years ago, who cleared the land, built the waterways, and founded the cities where we live now, who made the scientific discoveries, won the political struggles, and created the great works of art that have been passed down to us. We seldom stop to think about how they have transformed our lives. Most of the names have been forgotten by history, but among those who are remembered is the medical researcher Jonas Salk. In 1955, after nearly a decade of painstaking experiments, Salk and his team developed the first successful and safe polio vaccine. It was an extraordinary breakthrough. At the time, polio paralyzed or killed over 500,000 people worldwide every year. Salk was immediately hailed as a miracle worker, but he was not interested in fame or fortune. His ambition was to be of some help to humankind and to leave a positive legacy for future generations. In later years, Salk expressed his philosophy of life in a single question: are we being good ancestors? He believed that, just as we have inherited so many riches from the past, we must also pass them on to our descendants. Becoming a good ancestor is a formidable task. Our second reading is from the Wisdom of the Elders, honoring sacred native visions of nature by David Suzuki and Peter Knudsen, editors. The section titled Life Goes On Without End from the North American Arctic Barren Grounds Inuit. The Inuit live upon the vast expanse of the windswept, treeless tundra of north-central Canada, nature's backdrop for the great caribou migrations upon which they traditionally have relied. Especially during the long, dark months of the Arctic winter, they lift their eyes to the star-studded sky dome overhead. The heavens, high above, they say, are the sacred abode of the mighty spirit. The Anatkut, wise ones, say that it is a woman. To this place in the skies, and to this potent feminine spirit, the souls of all who die are conveyed. To these Arctic peoples, the soul embodies the very essence of each form of life. They envision the soul as a tiny being, a minute version of the creature that it animates and transforms. Thus, the soul of a human being is a tiny human being. The soul of a caribou is a tiny caribou, and that of a seal, a tiny seal. At death, the soul is not extinguished. It lives on to surface again in another organism, investing it with a sacred spark of vitality and consciousness.
Over the last 2 weeks, I have been reminded once again of the fragility of life. I have heard a couple of songs as well as been in receipt of obituaries and celebrations of life that also spoke to me of our very mortality. Our Time for All Ages today spoke to the amazing Mexican celebration of Dia de los Muertos. Even our capital campaign brings us reminders of our mortality and how grateful we need to be for the very building we stand and sit in this day and all the days forward. A campus filled with life because those who came before us were willing to plan ahead. Think beyond their very moments of living their lives to provide for those of us now sitting here, whether in this sanctuary or at home on your couch. You heard the words from the anthem of Elaine Hagenberg about "You do not walk alone." This was a musical piece that was played 2 weeks ago in Asheville, North Carolina, where 3 congregations joined together to have a musical celebration of a year's time since their flood and rebuilding. It's a musical piece that Elaine wrote to hearken the wonders of the Ireland lands and their belief in sprites and spirits of the wee people, the tiny ones. They have little houses in front of their big houses for the wee people. And they hold those beliefs and that wonder of the wee people safely and in high honor. All aspects of today's service have been focused on the wisdom of our ancestors, the lessons they have shared with us, the unending generosity that they provided, so that we can learn how to love more deeply, care more willingly, and build our community more compassionately and inclusively. Our ancestors have challenged us to be all we can be. That's just not a Marine slogan. The major question our ancestors pose to us is, are we willing to meet the kind of challenge they met before us so that we can leave a legacy behind us? One of the songs I did hear in the last 2 weeks was "Light One Candle" by Peter, Paul, and Mary. Now that tells you how old I am. Its verses resonate with this time on our planet, as they did during the 60s. A couple of verses you might want to contemplate read thus: "Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. And light one candle for those who are suffering pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in. Let anger not tear us apart. Light one candle to bind us together with peace as a song in our heart." And the chorus that caused crowds of people during the 60s to sing in the streets, by the way, reads thus: "Don't let the candle go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears." Our ancestors call on us in music in art, in written words, and in lived lives to carry on, to make our own kind of music, to imagine a better future, to know perhaps in our innermost beings that life goes on without end. In evaluating the idea of life going on without end, the author of our first reading, Roman Kersnarek, in The Good Ancestor, wrote, "The intergenerational liberation struggle of the 21st century is a battle of ideas, taking the form of a titanic tug of war for time. On one side, 6 drivers of short-termism threaten to drag us over the edge of civilization. On the other side, 6 ways to think long are drawing us toward a future for humankind, one of responsibility. I have made copies of the diagram of the 2 sides of the tugging rope. They're in your pew at one end. I give them to you so you can examine them and discover for yourself where you think you reside, on which side of the tug of war, or in the middle, or wherever." The author writes, as he examines both sides, this: "Contrary to public opinion, long-term thinking may be one of the greatest unsung talents of our human species. The capacity to think and plan over long time spans is wired into our brains and has enabled monumental feats. Our ancestors have accomplished those feats, and their very histories speak to what we may need to also accomplish to pass this civilization on to the next generations. On this, the weekend of ancestors, in costumes, in bonfires, in prison blocks, in hospital rooms, in the midst of rubble from a historic hurricane, and in quiet, remote cabins, may we join with our ancestors. May we recognize that, as Alice Walker noted, we are the ones we've been waiting for, and move into the light, not allowing it to go out or be extinguished, even when our vision may be blurred or even blinded for a bit. May we be willing, as March Piercy noted, to weave real connections, create real nodes, build real houses, live lives that can endure, and make love that is loving. May the harvests of this time of the ancestors bless each of us and help us keep love as the spirit of this community. And may we always allow that spirit to be vibrant and present. May it be so, and blessed be. Please join now in singing our closing hymn, hymn number 102, "We Are the Heirs of Many Ages." us now speak our unison benediction together. Engage with the world in peace. Have courage. Hold on to what is good. Return to no person evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the suffering. Honor all beings. Please remain seated for our postlude.
We'll come back to that crossing bar. We can make more of that.